on the fivefold form that you are asking, why, he's described to have like five faces. Everything revolves around five. And that's why, Mahadeva is described to have like that five-faced form, which is one of the important forms of Lord Shiva. There are other forms also, but this five-faced form is given importance because everything revolves around the number five. So if you see, like even the body parts that we are said to have like five fingers, and there are five fingers in our hands and five fingers in our legs, and we call it as Panchabhuta Sthalam, that is like earth, water, fire, air, and ether. These are the Panchabhutas. You know, like and each Panchabhuta is represented. Like Lord Shiva represents the Panchabhutas in each of the places. At the end of the day, in Tamil Nadu, there are places. Even the Upanishads, like ultimately the um, Upanishads, which is the ultimate source of truth, glorify this form of Lord Shiva as a special form, because the names are also described. Sadyojata Vamadeva Aghora Tatpurusha Ishana, and also the five-faced form is the most confidential form in the entire scriptures, which is the form of Bhagavad Gita also, right? So that's why this form has a special place in in the Puranas or everywhere. That's why he's called as Panchamukha and Panchasya or Panchanana. And of course you can meditate on like any form. Even the one-headed form of Lord Shiva is also very special at the end of the day, where he is blessing his devotees, like how we have actually, like we have a single head and two eyes and everything, right? But we cannot compare ourselves, but one disclaimer is that we cannot compare ourselves with like with the form of Lord Shiva, because our form is materialistic, it's bound to destruction, right? Whereas Lord Shiva's form is eternal. So some people would like to more, in order to relate, like themselves to Lord Shiva, they meditate on a one-headed form of Lord Shiva. That is also fine. And many forms are there, Sundareshwara and Kala Bhairava and, Kalyana Sundara Murti. Like he comes as Sundareshwara and he comes as, Sharaba to destroy the Ahankara of Narasimha. Kala Bhairava and Veerabhadra and Sharabeshwara are, fierce forms of Lord Shiva. Raudra Rupa. Vyasacharya also describes that. And there is Saumya Rupa also. There is the sweet forms of Lord Shiva, that is Sundareshwara and Kalyana Sundaramurti and Bhikshatana and Ekamukha Shiva and Panchamukha Parameshwara. Like those are, and also he comes as like baby form, like of Lord Shiva is also there. So these things are also there. But this five-faced form is very specific because it is the crux of the Upanishads. That's what the Shastras say. So that's why this five-faced form has a very, very it also has a significance. It is the connecting factor of all the Upanishads and the scriptures and Bhagavad Gita, and which implies that Shiva is the Tatparyam of everything and no one else. So that's why like this. That's the reason why like it's the fivefold form is given importance. Like in short, the answer is basically like that fivefold form is because everything revolves around the number five. I hope that clarifies actually. Yeah.